Guys, all you start, all you came, right? Can I start the session now?
Yes, Taj.
Okay. Okay, so I think you can be able to see the screen, right? Other screen which I share to my desktop. Let me, guys, you can see this is the topology which I did. So now it is working. So almost like every part of the session, it's working perfectly. So I configured the default and static routing with including the telnet enable, SSH, as well as ping. So three parameters I have applied to my profile. The profile name I have given the task which I have uh, packed with the Palo Alto Firewall interface, like Ethernet slash 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as you can see, let me show you the first thing what I'm going to do here. So let me show you. This is the other firewall. Okay. Show system info. So if you check this, we can see this all information. So you want me to increase the font size? Let me increase the font size. Okay, so now it is visible, right? So now it is visible for all you guys, right? Is it okay, guys? So see, guys, now I can able to ping to my gateway. Then I will show you the result first. Now, what are the things? So I have done it. Okay, then I will show you what are the things I have configured. Okay. So let me show you this first. I'll ping to my gateway. So host my gateway is 192.168.0.1. Okay, so I can able to reach to my gateway, right? Okay, so even I can ping to my Palo Alto firewall gateway. This is the like a Palo Alto gateway firewall which this has been installed. So even that one also I can able to reach. You can see it is getting reply from 13.1 IP. Okay, so one more is let me ping to default like 8.8.8. Yes, so I have the reachability. So now I'll ping to my local PC, which I have configured. PC IP address is 0.7. My desktop. Let me check what is my desktop IP. Is my IP. So this guy is 18. Okay, so let me ping to 18. Yes, so I have the reachability to my local PC. Okay, so now I can able to ping to all the PCs at my home which I installed here. So now I'm going to show you that. Let me minimize this guy. So I have already opened all this router interface. Okay, so let me show you the first router. Enable show IP interface brief. So I have configured with the interface. We can see this interface, what I configured. This is connected to the firewall. Okay. This interface, Ethernet 1/1. Okay. And these are all the loopbacks which I have created. These are the loopbacks what I have created. That is 172, 10.1.1, 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1, 6.1, and 7.1. This all the 4 loopbacks. So what is the main objective of this one, guys? Here, guys, here. So here we have, I have configured the default and static route. So then once it has done this, then we'll go for the RIP and OSP. Fine. Okay. So one more thing I want to show you. So this network which I have created loopback 1. Okay. So this I configured with the default route. Okay. Same thing is applicable for all the loopbacks 1. Okay. So now if I ping to my server, Palo Alto server, this is 1.2. Okay. Means I have the reachability. You can see, right? So I have the reachability to the server. So let's check to the router 2. Okay, router 2 also I have the reachability. I can able to communicate with the router 2. Let's check for the router 3. So I have the reachability from here because I have configured the default routing here. So now check 192.168. One more is I think 4.2. Yes. Yes, I have the reachability. And this should be the 2. Means from R1, I have the reachability for this all interface, guys. As we can see, this all interface, I can able to reach it. Right now, I'm in R1 now. So I have the reachability to reach all this interface. Okay. So now check whether I can able to do the telnet because from this router, this R1 router, I want to access my Palo Alto Firewall. Okay, so how to check this telnet? So what is the Palo Alto Firewall? IP address 192.168, I think 2.1.2. Right? It asking the username, login details, username and password. Okay, login ID is admin. The password is my name. Fine, guys. So I can able to reach it now. Right. So you can see here, show system info. Right. So we can see these all details. The IP address of this firewall is 192.168, 13.100. So gateway is 13.1. So statically it has been assigned. Fine. So this is I'm accessing firewall from the router. Fine. So this is how the router configure has been done. So now I'll exit from here. So now I will do SSH. SSH minus L and give the IP address 192.168.2. SSH admin. Perfect, right, guys? So it's asking the password. Right, so I have entered the password now. So now, so you can able to access the secure access to the firewall. So telnet, as you know, that is just for the local access, which is not secure communication. The recommended is SSH, so which I configured. The command is we can see the SSH minus L. So from there, I think you can check. You are able to configure as well. So configure. So show network interface Ethernet 1/1. From the router, I can able to control the CLI of the firewall. You can see, right? We can see the service profile I have given with my name, okay, with the IP address. So even you can check the service profile which you have created. Show network profile interface management touch. So these are the 5-6 parameters which I have enabled. As you know that 3 things we did already. These 3 things are working perfectly from the router 1. So ping is working and telnet is also working and SSH as well is working. Okay. So now you can see how to check the interface, right? For all the interfaces, you can see. To check all the interfaces, you know, right? I think you remember the commands. Okay, so you can see all the interfaces. This is for Ethernet 1/1 is 1.2. Okay, where subnet mask 24 CADR value. Okay, and for the layer Ethernet 1/2, 2.2 I have given. For Ethernet interface 1/3, 3.2, and 4 I have given 4.2. Means I can able to control all my firewall from this Cisco routers. Fine. So I'm going to exit from here. Or exit, even you can use a quit command. Okay, now we are back to the routers now. Show IP route. Right. So as we can see, so I have configured with the default routing here. Okay. So this is the router 1 configurations. So let me show you the router 2 configuration. Show IP route. So here also same thing I configured. You can see default route I configured with the list of this bunch of this network, which I created the loopbacks. Right. So let me check. As you know that we can able to ping to the firewall here. First check from router 2 to firewall. So 192.168. I think 2.2 is my Palo Alto Firewall interface. Okay. So I have the reachability. Right. So even I can reach to all the routers here, like 3.2 and 4.2 and even 1.2 interface I can reach. Right. So now the pinging is happening from router 2. Okay, so let's check now. Telnet can be able to access the firewall from the router 2. Okay, Telnet 192.168 2.2 is directly connected to the Palo Alto firewall. So it asks in the login details. Admin, give the password. Perfect. So now we can able to log into your firewall. You can see the IP address, same IP address we can see which are configured. Okay, gateways is okay. So when I started also it will show you that. You can see, right? Is that you can see the other details, guys. You can see the CPU what I assigned. 4 CPU I assigned. This software version is 10.1.0. Okay. And other details like date, what time has been logging. Okay, to show you all the details, guys. Okay. So now check from can I able to ping goes to my local PC, right? 192. What is my local IP PC is 0.18. Okay, so I have the reachability. So this is my desktop, which is connected. So it has been connected. And same thing for check for my gateway. So obviously gateway also getting pinged. And so right now I'm in router 2, right? So now I'm going to ping to other guy, which is 192, I think 3.2. Okay, so even for the router 3 also, I can able to ping. Okay, so now I have logged in through telnet guys. Through telnet, I have logged in. So now I will log in through SSH. Okay, SSH minus L admin and give the IP 2.2. Okay, so I have the access to your firewall. So I give the password so I can be able to log into the Palo Alto firewall. Okay. So as I said, telnet is working perfectly, right? So let's move to router 3 now. This is router 3. Router T2 we did not check. Yeah, so this is my router. Let's check directly router 4. It's all working perfectly. Guys. Let me show you this guy. This guy. This is my router 4. Okay, and show IP route. Right now here also I configured with the default route. You can see configured, and this is a list of loopbacks I created with the 172 series. Yes, let me ping to the firewall first. So 192.168 4.2, which is connected this router to the firewall. So I can able to reach to the firewall. Let me start this. Okay, so let's start. You follow me, guys? So what are the things I made? Yes, I'm showing that. Okay, so then we'll jump to the other part of this thing. So here, let me check. Right now I'm R4 now. Let me do the telnet first. Okay, 192.168 4.2 telnet. Okay, so I have it asking the credentials. Okay, so I have the access. Show system info. Now we can able to see all the firewall access. These are the firewall information. Okay. Let me do it from here. If you want to check, guys, another command that is show routing route. How to check the routing protocol? What are the things you configure on the firewall? So these are the things I configured in the firewall, guys. You can see. Make it big here. So just I configured with the default routing with the 3.1 gateway. So total like 13 routes it has been found. So we can see just I configured default routing from this side and static routing. Okay, and static routing for these three interfaces up to here. I have noticed here up to here I configured with the static routing. So go via 2.2. Okay, you can see it's going via like 1.1.2 or to reach to this network. To reach to one network is going via 1.2. Okay, to reach to three network is going via 2.2. Sorry, 3.2. Same way for the three networks going via here 4.2. Static routing, same thing. How we are configuring in Cisco routers. Okay, the commands are same. Okay, let me show you this. This is tenant is working now. Let's check for SSH. SSH for 4.2. Okay, so I have the reachability secure also. I can able to log into the firewall. Understood, guys? So tenant also is working, SSH also working, static and default routing also I configured this firewall. So let me quit from this router 4. I think router 2 we have not checked. We checked. This is router 2. This one. Show IP route. From here, I think we did not check any configuration. Let me check this one. Ping to firewall. The firewall IP is 2.2. Okay, I have the reachability 3.2, 4.2. Yes. One is 1.2. Yes. Even 1.1 also router I can able to ping like 2.1. Okay, and 3.1 for the all the routers like 4.1 also is working. Okay, now check the telnet. Telnet for my directly connected. First check for the directly connected. Directly connected IP is 2.2, guys. The IP address which is assigned for your Palo Alto interface Ethernet 1/2. Okay, 2.2 is my this thing. So I can able to log in. Admin give the password. Okay, so I can able to log in. Wrong password. Yeah. So now I can able to log in now. Show routing route. Right. So now I can able to access your all the routing protocols. Even like telnet also I did. So now we'll go for you how to check do the your SSH. Okay. So SSH manager admin 192.168.2.2. Okay, so it asking directly the password because SSH manager admin. So we are the admin. So then only it will check in the secure one. The secure communication is secure because we are going to access the real devices. The commands for accessing the real devices are same. Okay. Fine. So show system info. Okay, so I can able to see the all the details of your Palo Alto firewall. You can see. Okay, so just quit from here. So we're back to your router 2. So now we'll go open the console for the your Palo Alto firewall. Okay, now check. So as you know that guys, so when morning session, so we could not open this console for Palo Alto, right? The console of the Palo Alto. The issue was, I'll show you that before explaining about the Palo Alto, what are the things I configured. Okay, so what is the issue is when I install, it should be in this folder. You can see. So Ultranic. Okay, this folder should be installed in uh, UVNC BABA. So then only you can able to open the console, the Palo Alto firewall. Fine, guys. So right now I have entered into the Palo Alto firewall. Okay, we check show system info. You can see the information which is there. Okay, so if you ping from here, I think you can able to reach all this. I think I showed you right this already. So let me ping to the Google now. Sorry, ping host. Okay, so I have the reachability now. So let me ping to the Google directly. Ping host. Google.com. Right. So means we can come to know that the Google IP address is, we can see 142.50.250.66.4. Right. So this is the Google IP which we got it now. So let me check to one more company, say my company, AROUSH.in. Okay, so even our website also I can able to reach our company website. So fine. So now check like what are the things we have configured in this firewall, guys. Okay, so go to configuration mode, show interface, show network profile, interface management. Okay, so right now I enable these things. Profile, let me show you other things. Zone protection also, I think we're not given any zone protection because we're not configured anything yet. Okay, so this is how, guys, the configurations which I have done it. Okay, so let me try the GUI interface. It will open this time. What is the Palo Alto firewall IP address? 13.100, right? Okay, so now I can able to access this site now. Is it the correct IP address? 13.100. It shows HTTPS 13.100.
Fine.
Let me open from this side to see. Taking too long to response. Let it reload. So we'll open that later. Okay. So now check the interface. Like what are the interface we have configured? What things we have configured? So how to check? Show network interface. So we can see this all interfaces has been mapped to my profile. We can see, right? It has been mapped to my interface. You can see, right? Okay. So now how to check? One more command. I'll show you the new command. Show network virtual routing. Virtual routers. We can see what things we have configured. So I have configured with static route. You can see for the interface. The first one, as we can see, even I have configured with 172.10, means first one I have configured with the static routing. For the Ethernet, we can see on the screen, right? Ethernet 1/1 I configured with the static routing, and Ethernet 1/2 with the static routing, 1/3 with the default routing. And for DMZ network 1.4, DMZ2, we can see DMZ2 I have configured with static routing as well. Okay. This is how to check, guys. There's a two command, a new command I use. Show network virtual router. Okay, so what things you have configured? One more command, show network interface. It will show you just network interface. So how will check in the Cisco? We check show IP interface brief, right? Cisco routers and Cisco iOS routers show IP interface brief. So in Cisco ASA firewall, how we are going to check? Show interface IP brief, right? Okay, so next command, show virtual router. If you give the question mark, okay, if you write the default, if you want to see, okay, so default protocol. So here it will show you what are the things, who is my next hop, okay, and what is the cutoff time, reusable time. This all details we can able to see it. Okay, then one more thing is virtual router default, that is routing table. We can see like who is my next hop. It will show you. You can see, right. So who is my next hop also will show you for all interfaces, for each and every interface. So it will show you the all interfaces. Okay. You can see details right here. The commands are, we can see show network or virtual router default protocol is one command. So here it will show you the parameters of the who is the next hop. Okay, what is the reachability time? Okay, unreachability time. This all thing already has been enabled. Okay, one more command I used, that is show network virtual router default. That is command is routing table. I don't want to use, it has given the option for IPv4, IPv6, because right now we are using IPv4. The other reason I don't want to give. Okay, so the next move on. So if you check, I think routing table also I used, right? Show routing route. So why is showing invalid syntax, guys? I'm waiting for your answer. Anyone can answer it. So if until unless you not answer means I'm not going to go further.
What is the question?
Means I come to know that no one is hearing, guys. So no one is, I think, just here login because I wait 5 minutes almost. So as you know that yeah, this session is getting recorded. Because you know every sessions I'm going to share your respective your team head, your managers, and your reporting manager as well. Because you know this is already as you know that I told you before that this all thing is uploaded automatically to the entity cloud. So my question was why show routing route is showing invalid syntax. This is second time.
You are in global configuration.
Okay, so I need to quit from here. From here, I should give the command, right? Show routing route. Correct? So one more command. Yesterday I told you, right? Show routing FIB. What is the FIB stands for, guys? I think I told you yesterday, right? Guys, are you there, all of you?
Yes, Taj.
Just on the camera, guys. Because this lab I did for you guys, for you people, I did for you guys. Because this lab takes minimum 3 to 4 hours to do this lab, what I did. I'm asking the question like yesterday I told you, I think Vishnu, Diksha, I think Rufaya was there. Vishnu also there, right? Yesterday I told you like the command which I issued now, you can see on the screen, okay, show routing FIB. forwarding information base. Okay, guys, please remember this. So here it will show you the information base. Like this command is very important, guys. Like how we are typing show IP route in the Cisco routers. Show IP route if you configure with specific routing protocol like show IP route static, show IP route EAGRP, show IP route OSPF. One is specific routing protocol what you want to check. You will use the command that is show IP route OSPF, right? And same in here the Palo Alto Firewall. Okay, show routing FIB. So I have noticed here. So please check here. We can see on the table, routing table, the flag. Okay, U means up. We can see, right? Pranav. Sono,
Yes, Saj.
Srisha, Pavitra, Vedanta, like where is this? Vaishnavi. See, guys, we can see on the screen flag on the routing table. U means up, H means host, G means gateway, E means ECMP. Okay, hashtag means prefix path. So we can see the maximum FIP entries for this device is 32,768. For this Palo Alto, the series which I'm using, the 10.1.0 series, okay, so which I'm using it. Uh, now we can see the flag. Just see this routing table, guys. Let me refresh this. Take my cursor. Guys, can you see on the routing table? Okay, ID, it will showing the column ID, destination, next hop, flags, interface, and MTU. You can see the column, right? So as you can see, when you configure with any routing protocol, okay, so we can see that UG. What does that UG indicates?
Up, up, gateway.
Up and gateway. So now we can see the down, the 192 series network, U and H.
Up and host.
Yes. Okay. So let's move on. So now I'm going to start with the other part of this session. So one more thing I want to show you guys, because as you can see the table, so even I have configured with the loopbacks network by using your static routing. So even that one also I can able to reach it. Ping host 172 dot. Okay. So what is my network? 10.1.1. Ping from the router. We'll see. Let me decrease this. in 72.20.1. Okay, so I have reached to network. And same thing I can reach to 30.1.1. So I have the reachability. Same thing I can reach to 40.1.1. And same thing 40.2.1 also I can reach. Means for the router I can able to reach it. Because it is in the Palo Alto Firewall, you not configure that. So we can configure if you want, we can create. Okay. So now what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to configure, I'll create one loopback in router 1. Okay. Let me create in router 3. This is my router 3. Oh, yeah. This guy is router 3. So still I have been firewall. Okay. This is my router 3, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to configure your static routing. Just I will create one loopback here. Okay, how to create a loopback? Go to global configuration mode, interface, loopback. I will create 111. Okay, so give that IP address as I'll give very simple IP address. I'll give this all subnet mask. Okay, so just I have created one loopback. I'll show you the what is the loopback I have created. Check. We can see loopback 11 is 111, which I have given in your router 3. So let's configure the static routing in your firewall. Okay, let it be this one. I think you can able to see, right? Okay, so let's do the command. So set network, let me open, go to global configuration mode. Okay, set network, okay, virtual router, okay, default routing table, IP, static route for outside network. Outside. So this is a new command. Just remember this, like path monitoring failure condition will be enabled. Because just why I'm showing, because just to show you the how to connect to the loopbacks. Let me do that. So it will give a lot of list of the command if you type this, like your failure condition. Let me take this. So failure conditions, any enable any network, yes. Hold on time, if you want time also we can do. Hold on timer, I will do just how much we can do. You can give value like 0 to 1440. Okay, so I'll give 10. Okay. Like monitoring destination is public public DNS. Monitoring destination is let's see. Well, I will give one source 192.168.3.2/24. This destination is one. So the command is I'll share this command. Okay, so once if you have done this, it's very difficult. I know you can't understand this command. So just I'm creating the loopback. I'm configuring the static right to reach to that network, which I have created the loopback in router 3. Okay, Just I have given some parameters I have added, like path monitoring, failure conditions. I enabled, I have given some time and for a specific interval of time. So once we are done, so just give the comment to save this, what the command I have issued. Okay. So now, how to check this, guys? Okay. So how to check this? First thing is we should go. Please enter this router 3, which I have created the loop back. Okay. Make this guy shut down. Interface loop back 11 and do the shutdown. Now you check in the firewall. Show routing FIB. It should show that interface here. So as you notice, guys, so router 3 network is not displaying on this flag. Can you see here on the screen? You can see the after ID 10, 11, 12, 19. So 1.1, 2.1, or 2.1 and 4.1 is available, but not the 3 network, because it's showing like all other network also is gone down. Right. So let me show you the no shutdown command. You'll see again. So it must show. Now go to this router. Check. It's taking time to load. Okay. So anyhow, you'll see. So this is a very command. What we did, guys, just static routing and default routing. What I did. Fine, guys. So now the next topics I'm going to start with RIP and OSPF, guys. So this I want to show you the loop back shutdown. It should display here. So it's taking such a long time because firewall has to read the entire table from all the 3 different routers. Okay, so it takes time. Okay, so can I move on to the RIP and OSPF? Guys, are you there, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So can we start the RIP now?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Taj. Okay, Taj.
Can I continue or do you want any break? Tea break now.
Break.
Okay. Okay, so you take the tea break, then we'll start the RIP and OSPF configuration. Okay.